Alexa, I'm home.
Okay.
When you enter, you just get this whiff of fresh air, of plants, and the rain smell that's actually sort of relaxing. And saying hi to the plant every morning and evening, it's sort of like your little babies. And so each time when you come home, you see them, the new growth or new bloom, you get excited. My name is Shajan Velaeden. I'm an optometrist. I work in a LASIK clinic. So basically we see patients for LASIK assessment, so laser eye correction. It's really fast paced, but the good thing about being busy is that you see all sorts of different scenarios, and that basically makes it fun and interesting. This is my vertical wall of anthuriums, philodendrons, and some orchids. So basically, everything that I like in a collection that I want to see every day is up on this wall. This structure is a 1,000 kilogram load-bearing garage shelf, actually. So with these shelves, it was a challenge or a nightmare to bring them in. The most important thing is they have to be powder coated so that humidity can cause rust and stuff. So you want to invest in something that lasts a long while. And because all the plants have a water reservoir in it, so they are pretty heavy. So you want a structure that can handle the load. The lightings are very important. These are grow lights, so they are LED grow lights. So number one, energy saving, electricity cost saving as well. And you can have many different kinds of grow light. There's so many available in the market. Choose the ones that best suits your apartment. For me, I like the 4-foot vertical ones because I can highlight them in all corners of the shelf, so giving them not a very harsh brightness. Because anthuriums don't really like too much light, they might bleach the leaves. So you want to still bring out the plant growth, but not enough to actually cause them sun or light damage to the plants. One of my favorite anthurium is this beautiful anthurium cross. So it's a papillominum cross luxuriant. So as you can see, there's this purple tinge to it with a purple tinge edge, and this really dark bluish green velvety texture that is rather alluring and sexy, I must say. The other one that I really like is Anthurium veitchii cross Red Beauty. So it's this dark black leathery leaves with nice venation, as you can see, and they are quite long and they're quite tall as well. Most anthuriums are a little bit challenging to grow, but once you get a hang of each of their habits, it's easy. Just make sure that there's a lot of humidity and light and good air circulation. I was born in Singapore, grew up in Singapore, and I moved here in 2002. I have an identical twin. I was born to a mixed parentage, so my dad's Indian, my mom's Chinese. So we always have a very interesting celebration of both the Indian and the Chinese side of the family. We have siblings of 4, so 2 older sisters, me and my twin. Mom loves orchids. She has a whole collection of orchids, and I remember growing up, she had this whole row of plants that she'll grow them, and she'll get us to water the plants when she gets to work, and that's probably where it stems from. So I bought this apartment basically for my plants. In the middle of the city, to find a courtyard is near impossible. So when I found this place, it was a dream come true for any succulent and plant lover, because there's so much you can do with such a nice outdoor space. So with cacti and succulent, most of them are grown in arid desert area. So they need the change in the weather, they need extreme temperature change, some of them, and they like to dry up quickly. So if you grow them indoor, they don't get the bright sunlight that they are used to, and water can't evaporate as quickly, so most of them, they won't do well indoor. Some of my favorite succulent is, one of these is the Euphorbia caput medusa. So medusa because it's like the hair of a medusa. Just so beautiful looking at them cascading down that beautiful pot and just doing its own thing. It's just mesmerizing to see that, nature has such beautiful plants. The other plant that I really like is this Calibanus hookeria. So it has a nice, beautiful caudex below, like a soccer ball. Part of it gets buried underground. But what's so beautiful about it is these long, wiry, blue-green leaves that it has. And it's just so nice to see a bluish tinge to a plant that you often see are mostly green. And as it gets longer, it just curls as well. So it just gives it an overall very nice texture to your garden. With the courtyard, I get the luxury to build this glass house. And with this glass house, it houses all the succulent and caudex plants. So with plants being ugly beautiful, the more gnarly, knobby, out of shape they are, the more I see the beauty in them. So I don't like succulents that are too rosette looking or too equal looking. I like things that are just oddly shaped, and the more oddly shaped they are, the more beautiful to me. This is a paludarium which I created in a 4-foot fish tank. So a paludarium is a mini ecosystem where it has its own climate. Majority of the plants that I use in here are carnivorous plants, just because they are quite small and they don't grow big, so minimal maintenance is required. Also, you have some miniature orchids, there's some begonias that are in there as well, and lots of mosses and ferns. For the right conditions for the plants, with the body of water that creates itself a very tropical, humid environment, with the grow light, that heat from the light actually creates a very high temperature in there, probably about 28 to 30 degrees Celsius. And of course, humidity is about 100% in there. So anything tropical that really like harsh, bright light can really grow in this tank. Airflow is really important as well, just so there's a little fan here that is currently circulating the air within it, so there's no stagnation of air, because when it's stagnant and so humid and moist, mold and fungus tends to grow. So by having that constant airflow, it's mimicking a hot, sunny and humid outdoor condition in a enclosed space. The joy that plants give me, it's sort of brings you inner peace and stay calm and just focus on them and nurturing and growing them. Also gives you that rewarding and satisfying vision every day that you come back, and the wall is actually alive, is changing every day. Makes you transcend to another world. Alexa, good night.
Okay.